Hello, 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 hello. Listen, I want to welcome you to the Audacity to Be Empowered book launch. It is your time to get in here and get excited. I'm getting ready to bring all the authors in. This is an excellent time to like, comment, and share this broadcast. You are getting ready to look at 26 women who are going to become Amazon best-selling authors. We did the work, we told our stories, and now we're here to inspire you, bring you into our world. Listen, this is a moment in history that you can't get back. So tag, comment, and share this broadcast. I'm here to introduce all these lovely ladies. My name is Coach P. Angela Jones. You're in the I Am a Woman Empowered Network, and you are a part of the Audacity to Be Empowered book launch. Let's go. Ladies, come on in. Come on in. Get excited. This is our time. This is our season. I'm so excited to see everyone here tonight. You are going to be able to purchase this book. So excited. So excited for y'all. Sparkle, tell me something good.
This is the day we have been waiting on. We have patiently been waiting for this very moment. And today hits the streets. It's no more a secret. No more are you seeing Facebook pages of pictures and all those great things. Even though if you have not, you got to check out our cover, baby. Our cover is everything. Our cover tells you that we have the audacity to be a woman and to be empowered and to mind our own business and to walk into everything that God has for us. And we coming after crumbles and everything else. But the thing about it is we are not selfish with it. What we want to do is teach others. We want to show others that it's possible. Everything is possible. So go ahead, get you some good old sippy sip on, get you some sippy drink. Go ahead and call in DoorDash to get you dinner tonight because you need to celebrate with us. You need to celebrate with us. You need to love on us. You need to help us bring into the best days of our life. Because if you didn't know, now you know that 2023 is our year. And guess what? We're going to come to a city near you as well. We are taking this on the road. So we are going all over the world because we want people to know that just because we have the audacity, we're not selfish with it. If God gave it to us, then he will give it to you. So we are going around the world to tell everybody you have the audacity to be empowered. You have the audacity to have whatever you want. You have the audacity to write the vision and make it plain and watch things come to pass. You have the audacity to boldly step out into new territories, new areas. Some of this is new areas for us. So it's new territories. That means new greatness, newness. So go ahead, tag some more people, tag everybody name that you can think of, tag their name because they need to be in here tonight. Yes.
Thank you, Sparkle. Listen, I want you all to raise a glass. If you have a glass with you, go ahead and raise it. We are getting ready to pronounce a toast. We are in a season, in a moment where you cannot just let these times slip through your hands, okay? So we are toasting to success. We are toasting to audacity. We are toasting to the boldness to step out of our comfort zones and never look back. We are toasting to making millions, coming together and making billions, bonding together and making trillions. We are toasting to inspiring generations. We are toasting to encouraging and motivating the women who thought they were left behind and thought they were all alone. We're here to toast and say, listen, sis, we know your story. Your story is our story. So on the count of three, let's raise our glass. Let's raise our hand. You behind that screen, you do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Audacity!
Audacity.
Woo!
Audacity
Mm.
to be empowered.
Listen, y'all, we're going to have authors hopping in and hopping out all night. The link to the book, I know that's the burning question. The link to the book is coming before the end of the night. You'll be able to purchase this book on Amazon. And once that button starts, once we hit that hot button, we will have 24 hours to get as many people to purchase that book, to put us in best-selling author status. We're going to hit it. Just you wait and see. So, because I may have to hop off, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself and my chapter and tell you a little bit about me. And everyone who comes behind me is going to do the exact same thing. My name is Coach Piangela Jones. I'm a wife, I'm a mother of 6, and I'm a passion coach. I have been coaching couples and singles and bringing people into the knowledge of what they're passionate about for 8 years. Really, as we all been doing it, we've been doing it our whole life. We just had the title for a couple years, but we've been doing what God called us to do our entire lives. I created a chapter in this book called The Audacity to Invest, and it's all about self-investment. I learned the very hard way that the best investment you'll ever make is the investment in yourself. But I didn't learn it, when I went to school. I didn't go to college and learn it. I didn't grow up learning it. I had to get beat down through life, make poor decisions, hit rock bottom a couple times for me to realize that, you know what? There's no greater opportunity to grow than investing in myself to grow. As women, we all love to nurture and care for others. God created us that way. But listen, when I decided that I was going to invest in this creation of God, in this thing that God, this woman, this movement, this entity that God made, my life changed. And I'm just here to tell you, the chapter about investing in yourself will change your outlook on life. It will make you put every ounce of energy into what God said was good. And sis, that's you. So Sparkle, you're next. Tell us a little bit about you and tell us about your chapter.
Hello, great people. I want to just say we want to give shout outs and thanking you for being a part. I know we're like, everybody's not here yet, but they're coming. So please don't, if you don't see the face you need to see, it's okay. Stay here because it's good to network and meet new people. So they are coming and we will keep coming all night long. When I say all night long, I mean all night long. This is happy hour on 2. Okay, double happy hour. My name is Sparkle Tanika Osborne. I am a boutique owner. I own Sparkle for You, where you're guaranteed to leave sparkles wherever you go. I am a sparkle coach, where I teach you to get that sparkle back, or get that sparkle that you have let go. I'm here to help you pull it back up or help you find it. Because sometimes we just need to find it. And you need somebody to help you pull out the truth that's really in you. So I am super excited. I am also a part of the 5-5, which we are the Empowered Morning Show, the best Empowered Morning Show that the world has seen. I am a part of that as well. And all that other good stuff. But the important part is I am an author in the book, and my title is The Audacity to Win for Me. You heard me, to win for me. It's time out for winning for everybody else. I want to win for me so that when I win for me, then it will be like, who's next? I'm gonna put the next partner in so that they can win for themselves. And it just keeps on going, and the winning, all we do is win one and win it. All we do is win one and win it. And I am talking about winning, ladies. Winning in this world that's trying to tell you to lose. We will not lose, and we're not losing in any other area of our life. We have taken enough L's for our life, for a lifetime, for a lifetime. So it is time out for that, and it is time to win. So we are super excited about our book. Get your copy, your ebook today. After you get your ebook today, then get ready to get your actual copy here very soon. And anytime you want an actual copy, you can get it from either one of the ladies that you see on the board. And they can give you an autographed copy and send you a copy to your actual book to your mailbox. So next, did he leave? Okay, so who's going up next?
I'll go next.
Okay, come on, girl.
Good evening, ladies. Good evening. Good evening, all. My name is Raina Mina. I am originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I have been in Atlanta now 19 years. I am a financial counselor in healthcare for 20 plus years. And I am super excited to be a part of this empowerment, women's empowerment, sisterhood, and where we're going and what we're doing in our personal journey through life. My chapter is called From My Journey from the 504 to the 404. And it speaks about my life in New Orleans and how I arrived to Atlanta. And so it's very interesting about the ups and downs in life challenges that we go through, but through prayer, perseverance, and push, I'm here in Atlanta, and it was a great transition. It was. And so I'm excited for you all to read about my journey, how I got here. And as Tanika spoke, we will have the ebooks available and then the actual copies. And I'm super excited about the tour with my sisters and the audacity to be empowered. Thank you, ladies, and thank you all.
Okay, let's just keep on going. Joy, if you'll go ahead and go.
Hello there. Good evening. My name is Joy Blair, and I am a mother, grandmother, daughter, sister, and friend. I'm a realtor here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I'm a real estate investor, coach, and mentor. My chapter is about the journey to self-love. Uh, it was definitely a journey. Definitely a journey. I found myself loving on everyone else and forgetting about me. And so my chapter is to encourage others to first love self, because actually before you can love someone else in the manner in which they deserve, you must first love yourself in the manner in which you deserve. Jesus came, he lived, he died, he was beat and bruised for us to have a life that is befitting of royalty. And we, my queens, kings, we are royalty because we are one with Christ. So I trust that something that I have written has helped and will help someone to have the audacity to be empowered. Thank you for visiting us tonight, for being here with us this evening. And we look forward to seeing you on our book tour. Thank you so much.
Okay, come next.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Shamika Livingston. I'm a mom of four. I'm a wife. I'm a nurse. I work as a trauma nurse on the weekends. And I also own a home care agency called Grace Avail at Home. My chapter is titled The Audacity to Be Validated. When you read my chapter, you'll get a better understanding as to why I chose to talk about that topic. I just feel like so many people, much like me, have to try to validate themselves in different situations. So towards the end of my chapter, when you guys purchase the book, you'll be able to understand how God came in and applied his greatness to my life. So I don't have to feel like I need to be validated anymore.
Amen.
Thank you. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tina?
Hi guys. I'm being a one. Sorry, I'm not feeling too good. I've been under the weather, but my chapter came about from some turmoils in my life, and it details that in the chapter. It's pretty much unlearning yourself to love yourself. We spend a lifetime living the life that society and people have projected on us, and we think that we're all these things and all these titles and all these labels, when in fact these are all, fleshly, worldly things, and we can't fully love anyone or be of use to anyone, not even ourselves, until we know ourselves. And in order to know yourself, you got to start from bare root. You got to start from childlike stages and pull yourself apart. Most of us want to dive into life right where we're at, right in our situation, and we walk around feeling things without ever knowing why we're feeling them. We're upset, we're angry, we feel lonely. You don't even know why you're feeling that way, because you never tapped into the root of what made you feel that way to begin with. So in my chapter, it goes through learned behaviors, and it pulls apart, the basic learned behaviors that we incorporate into our lives as we take on life, and how they have affected and impacted us. The moral to my chapter is: be who you want to be in this world. Don't be anyone else's definition of who you should be. We were all spiritually sent here, and we were sent here for a purpose. And if God didn't want that for your life, he wouldn't have put it in your path. So we have to stop allowing other people to live for us and live for ourselves. So I host the podcast, You See Me, and the moral to that, obviously, you have to see me to see yourself. And I have to see y'all to continue to see me, because we are all spirits and all here together. I am a healthcare professional. I also mentor addiction and life skills to peers and youth in my community. I am in Virginia Beach. And I am just plain on me. You might get Tina, you might get Quita, you get what you give. And that's me. I don't have no fancy dolled up depiction of who I am. You're gonna get me every time. So nice to meet you guys.
Yes. Come on, Kelly.
Tina.
Okay. I didn't. Okay, Tab.
Hey, I couldn't get to the mute button fast enough. Listen, hi, happy Thursday. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are joining us from. It is a joy, an honor, and a pleasure to be here with you guys. I am Tabitha Obienu. I am a retired nurse. I am the owner of Abide Candle Company located in Atlanta, Georgia, where we hand pour luxury soy wax candles, specially designed with grace to inspire, uplift, and encourage you through affirmation candles, relax melts, and exceptional private label services. I'm also a co-author here on the book, The Audacity to Be Empowered. And my chapter is called The Audacious Woman. And the audacious woman is the woman that is willing to take bold risks, the woman that is willing to bet on herself, the woman that is willing to give herself grace to get to the next level, the woman that is willing, right? Because the audacity is a willingness, it's a posture, it's an action. And so not only do I offer you my aspect on how to become an audacious woman and what that looks like, I give you a blueprint so that you can take the practical steps on your own so that you too can reach that height. It's deeper than a story. It's a guide for you so that you're able to unlock the next level of your audacity. So I am excited so that you all are able to be empowered. So make sure that you guys get ready, because this is the year of congratulations. This is the year that you become the audacious woman that God has created you to be.
Yes. Okay. The lady with the beautiful little boy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brianne Coleman. I am a real estate broker. I reside in Macon, Georgia. My chapter is called Empowered Affirmations. Besides real estate, I also have a nonprofit, Will and Women Empowerment, and I am a serial entrepreneur. I think I've tried to open every business there is to open. I'm just an entrepreneurial spirit, but I am a mother of three, and I mentor as well in real estate and in my women's empowerment group. Again, my chapter is called Empower Affirmations, and I made my chapter. Um, I actually put spaces in there for people to make their own affirmations, and I created my affirmations. Um, I am just very big on manifesting and vocalizing the things I want, as well as writing. Um, Write the vision, make it plain. And so I have always, for the longest, always wrote out my visions for my life, and I incorporated that in my chapter. So I'm so excited to be a part of this wonderful anthology. I really, really appreciate Angela. I just love her so much for her vision, everything she does, for all the books that she helps create. She is just a true visionary. So I haven't got to meet all the authors, but I will be more involved. I have been under the weather as well. I haven't really expressed it, but I had some medical issues going on. But I'm here now, so I thank you all. I pray for you guys, and I always read all the messages in the chat and stuff. So I'm excited for all of you, beautiful, beautiful women, and I really am grateful to be a part of this.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So we're glad that you was able to jump on despite it all. So you're here. That's all that matters. Shamika.
I went already.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. The lady with the I know we have Regina, but the sorry, we haven't met
I'll
everyone because we meeting everyone as we go. So I know we have Regina, but I was trying to get Regina out of driving from driving. So the other lady down right underneath me. Okay. Regina, if you will go ahead and go for me.
Oh yeah, okay. How y'all doing? Sorry about that. I'm in traffic driving. My name is Regina Hutt. I am one of the authors. I have a chapter over here. My chapter is "The Woman in the Mirror." I'm still standing. My chapter is my life journey, from the beginning to the end, and it's really empowering that you're not what society says that you are, that you can overcome and you can be anything that you want to be as long as you put your mind to it. No matter what storms and tribulations that come your way, that you are still a child of the Most High God. It will give you a little insight of who I am and how far I came. And I'm thankful that to even be here and still standing and still able to look at myself in the mirror. I am the owner of Sacred Healing Mind, Body, and Soul. I am a certified herbalist. I am a certified fitness trainer. I'm also deal with any health issues that you could possibly have. You can come to me. I can help you out. Spirituality. I'm a prayer warrior. I love to pray. So if you need something prayed out, hey, I'm the woman for you. I'm also the owner of Sage Hill Barbershop, which I own in Atlanta. I also own 7 medicinal teas, and I have 3 upcoming products coming to the market. But I'm just thankful and humbled that I'm able to be amongst all these great women that joined us, and we are looking forward to you guys purchasing our book, our ebook that is getting ready to be released. You guys will not be disappointed. You will be blessed. Also, like Sparkle said, we will have a handbook, a paper book where we can sign and give our autograph. You guys must read it. It's a blueprint to success. 20, all these women in here, it's a blessing. But I thank you. Nice meeting you guys. Take care.
I
Yes.
love that. I love how you called it a blueprint, Regina. That was perfect. That was beautiful. That was wonderful. We have not heard from Angelia. Angelia, I see you with your screen is pink, but that's okay. We'd love to hear from you next. Angelia? Okay. Going once. Maybe she can't talk right now. So we'll give her a moment. Okay, well, I just wanted to come back in here. Thank you, ladies, for hopping on. We wanted to make space for everybody.
She's muted if she's talking to us.
Is she talking?
Is she talking? Is she talking?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. No, you're fine. Listen, we want to give everybody an opportunity to speak because, honey, the work that put in. Let's talk about the soul work. Let's talk about what it means to write your story. Sometimes people don't really know when you're going through this journey that you may have lived through something, you may have survived something, but then you have to turn around and write about it. You're really, in a sense, reliving that moment. And that can be very emotional for some of us. That could also be painful. But at the end of the day, it brings a peace and a joy. So does anyone want to share their writing process story? Like what you went through to write your story? We know you lived through it, but then you wrote it. Someone tell me about that story.
Go ahead, Tab. Take that one.
Tab, can you hear us? Maybe Tab can't hear us.
Okay. So I know for myself, it was a uplifter for me. Because sometimes writing will help your healing. Like you get healed through the process. So in the writing, it empowered me. Like seriously, it empowered me. It made me say, I am proud of me. I'm clapping for myself because I took the power back. Like I felt like God had given me power to speak my truth. And no longer, and if you didn't, I talked about truth, and truth to me means so much about just being truthful about where you at and what you're going through. So it gave me an opportunity to just scream out, I'm free. I'm free. Thank God I'm free. I am free. I'm not in bondage no more. I'm not, oh my gosh, what are they going to think? What are people going to say? Who, what? I really don't, it don't matter no more. It's like, yes, I am free. So once you get to my chapter, if you know me, I'm a natural excited person. So when you read my chapter, go ahead and have your pom-poms. Go ahead and have your beat on, your dance on, because it's going to make you move, because it made me move. And I'm finally moving for me. I'm moving without any apology. I'm not apologizing for moving in my lane. I'm not over here like, what do you think? Let me get your approval. Do you think it's okay? Girl, I will move, and I can't dance, I can't sing, but it don't make me stop. It don't stop me because I can't. Like, just because you think I can't, it don't make me think that I can't. That's my mindset. So it was a freedom for me.
Ooh, Sparkle, that was good. I love the freedom. I love the pom-poms. I will have my pom-poms ready when I read your chapter. So I just saw the one, the only, Kelly Bowens come back in here. I am so excited to have her. Yes, we want to hear all about you. So Kelly, tell us a little bit about you and a lot about your chapter and what it meant to you during the writing process.
So my name is Kelly A. Bowens. By trade, I am the owner and founder of the owner of Visionology Event Management. So I plan, manage, and produce events. By purpose, I am the founder of the CEO District. We are a resource hub for women in business. We service our both our community, our online community, and our tribe through 4 layers of health, business, wealth, and social. So to the book, I am super excited to be a part of this. Not only just the book, but just to be in great company of some amazing ladies. That just warms my heart even more to share a space
in a book with these amazing ladies who are doing amazing things. Like I'm hearing all the stories, and that's what this is about. I'm hearing the heart and the passion about how when you wrote the book, where you were, because you have to be in a place, a place in a space. Sorry, my dog. A place in a space in time to even have the audacity to participate in this. One moment. Sorry, it's real life going on at
Right.
this house, okay?
Come on, real life.
But I'm just saying you have to be, what I was saying is you have to be in a space and place to even be in position to write this. Every woman, unfortunately, can't authentically write a chapter in this book. And I hope that doesn't come across the wrong way. But we're all in a process where we're healing from something, but we're recognizing the empowerment as we are on our healing journey and finding our way in our purpose. So my chapter is what it really means, and I mean really means to be a woman empowered. So we toss that word around, and I'm not saying toss it around like to discredit or diminish, but it's a word that's used a lot, right? But what does it really mean to be empowered? And Piangela, look, you the Bible scholar, now back me up on this now.
I got you.
The first woman empowered was Eve. Because baby, she had the audacity, right? To say, I'm going to eat this apple. She didn't need validation from Adam. She knew what had gone on and how he was made in the dirt. She's like, oh, I was made in the garden, right? It's a little extra something on me. Like, right, I don't need his validation. God took a little bit of extra care. You was made in the dirt. Hey, he took me into the garden and crafted me, right? So she didn't need anybody. There was nobody else but her and Adam, but she didn't even call on Adam for validation. So although her audacity wasn't used in the right way, we need to take that same energy, right, that Eve had when she bit that apple into 2023. Empowerment has not lost its power even 2023 years later, right? We should take that same energy in what we are doing as wives, as moms, right? As friends, as sisters, aunties, or whatever your title is, or whoever you are to who you are to be. So one of my chapters is called First Things First, like really breaking down the meaning of empowerment. I'm still going to use what I pulled from Google, and I did reference that in the book. The process of becoming stronger and more confident, especially in controlling one's life and claiming one's rights. It's a lot of definitions, but that was the one that stuck out to me. So I'm going to repeat that one more time. So the process of becoming stronger, more confident, especially in controlling one's life, which is me, my own life, and controlling one's rights, my own rights, right? So I just, the various segments of my book, I have one is an empowered woman is empowered by God. We got to know, first and foremost, we got to know who our source is, right? Because we got to have something to plug into, right? Because by ourselves, we have no power, right? And we got to be mindful that when we are empowered, we got to know where our power is coming from, because by ourselves, we have no power. So we got to have something to plug into, knowing that you're powered by God in your empowerment. A woman empowered is focused on her healing, right? We got to heal before we become empowered, right? Because we can't do anything until we have, like Sparkle says, taking that mirror, right? Where's the mirror? I know you got it somewhere. Taking that mirror. Let me find out. You got the mirror in the evening. Okay, come on. Come on with the woman empowerment. I knew it was somewhere nearby. Okay. And if y'all ain't checking out Spark in the Morning, Woman Empowered, I suggest y'all do. They on faithfully every morning. Y'all need to go and follow Woman Empowered, and somebody on there got this streaming. So yes, it is very plug for the show, right? But so you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I acknowledge I have some things I need to heal from.
because you will never be fully empowered until you heal from your past traumas. You heal from your mistakes that would empower you to move forward. A woman empowered knows her value. A woman empowered is free from people, right? Like Sparkle said, I don't care about what people have to say about me, right? Because as long as you are and it's a bondage thing. As long as you are in bondage by the thoughts, the words, and what people have to say about you, you will never be able to walk 100% in the maximum capacity of what God has called you here to do, because that's basically where your fear is rooted. Any type of fear, when you're walking in purpose, it literally, after you peel back the layers, is rooted in fear of people and what they have to say, how they feel, right? So if being a woman empowered, you have to get free from people. Being a woman empowered seeks purpose, right? Where I am in my life, if it's not lined up with my purpose, I love you, I love it, whatever, but I'm on this journey, right? And if you're not aligned with that, we gonna be associated, but we can't be entangled, if you will. We can't be in an entanglement, if you will, because I am laser focused on my journey and purpose. Why? Because I know my purpose is seed planted for souls into the kingdom. Everything has to be, we got to be kingdom minded in this season, because I know grandma used to say it all the time. We in the last, no, but legit, hey, we in the last days. So everything that I do, I want it to be something watering and seeding and helping progress the kingdom and souls being saved. So everything that I do in purpose, my prayer to God every day is that you just guide me, and I'm led by Holy Spirit to know that I'm doing something. My task and what I'm doing, my efforts, right? My energy is for the purpose of the kingdom. Also, a woman empowered walks in alignment, right? You got to be lined up with the right people, period. And I use this as an example today, and y'all, I'm gonna get off of here because y'all know I used to not even talk publicly. So, Piedra, you know about listen. You know,
I was gonna say,
listen.
You empowered.
We gotta be aligned, not just lined up, aligned, locking arms with the right people. Y'all, we can no longer go to the club looking for business partners. I'm not going to an atheist meeting looking for other Christians. Like, we got to be lined up with the right people who are moving in the same direction, which is what excites me about this book and these ladies that have had the privilege and honor of to accompany in this book. We got to be aligned with the right people. And lastly, but not least, and this is everybody's heart on this call, a woman empowered uses her light to light others. No competition, no jealousy. We finna hype each other up. Sis, what can I do to move your vision forward? It's all about, I don't care if we do the same thing, right? We are stronger together than we are individually. Yes. And we got to get that concept, especially, now I'm just going to use us, right? As Black women, we got to dispel that notion that we can't get along. Everything's competition. I don't care if we do the same exact thing. I had a meeting with someone last week. I did not even know she had a group called the CEO. I reached out to her because I saw her doing big things. I'm like, sis, I don't know you. I just see you doing big things. I didn't even know she had a group called CEO. That turned into a 2-hour conversation because we were both excited. Right. Because we can't think that it's billions of people in the world. We can't think that God just exclusively gave you a vision. We're here to reach who we're here to reach. They're here to reach who they're here to reach. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't care if it's the same name, same vision. It's still an opportunity for collaboration, again, for the kingdom and purpose. So I'm super excited about this book. Shouts out to Angela Lewis, that she has my heart. And so just love her vision, and I'm so proud of her and everything that she is doing. But you all, please go get this book. I'll be sharing the link this evening on my platform. I'm on my all of my platforms. But I am super honored and humbled to be on this platform and in this book with these amazing women. So thank you so much for this time.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for all of your words of encouragement and inspiration. Listen, you gave a whole new aspect on
She
Eve. I
came
think
through.
everybody's going to go home and think about that. I think we all going to think about that. But you know what? There's a woman on here that has not spoken yet. Miss Iris Wright. Listen, thank you for being here. I need to hear from you. We want to know a little bit about you and a whole lot about your chapter.
Hi guys, I'm Iris Wright. My chapter is called Empowered by Injustice. I am a injustice survivor and advocate. I want to say when I was 18, I was facing over 20 years incarceration for a crime I did not commit. And January of this year, I just decided to talk about it. I kind of put everything in a box and been dealing with everything inside. So I wanted to be I had to, I guess, build my relationship with God again, because going through that at such a young age, it kind of deters you away from what you grew up with, what you grew up on. You don't quite understand why things are happening to you until you get older, and you still don't understand, but you try to put the pieces together. So building that relationship with him has helped me being able to be confident to come out, to tell my story, and to just empower other people who have been through some type of injustice that they can evolve, and it's okay to evolve. We know who we are. So when you know who you are, nothing else that anybody think really matters. And don't be ashamed of it. Don't be embarrassed. Don't feel like you owe somebody something. Just keep growing. So that is a big thing that I have discovered about my injustice this past year. Just going through it because I've been holding on to it for over 20 some years, and you're worried about all kinds of things. So I really wanted to empathize on that because a lot of people don't know that in our communities, when people are faced with these horrible situations, we're suffering from mental health. It's breaking barriers where people can't find jobs because of what they experience. And I'm here to say, I mean, I was faced over 20 some years. I had 3 or 4 felony charges going into Superior Court. I've been incarcerated. Took me almost 5 years to get my child back. And when I got my child back, they gave her back to me with a sexual transmitted disease. So I don't even know what happened to my child. So not only did they not do right by me, but they didn't do right by her as well, because that was my job to protect her. And for so long, I held on to all of that, trying to figure out what did I do wrong to have to endure that type of pain, and building that bond back with my daughter. So I know in one of my books I talk about that, because when your bond, something is taken from you, it's hard to build that bond. And then when they come back to you with a sexual transmitted disease, you can no longer think about yourself and what you just been through. You got to think about, I had to figure out how to be with her and how to help her. And so all of my pain kind of had to be closed in for a while. And it wasn't until she was an adult, that I could actually deal with that pain. So I'm just encouraging everyone and people, hopefully, to get to know people. Don't judge a book by its cover. When you know who someone is, and they tell you they didn't do something, stick with them. Don't turn their back on them. Hold their hand as you see they evolve, and help them figure out how they can evolve to be a better person, instead of holding them and pinning them down even longer, kicking them while they're down, because that's what a lot of that is happening inside of our communities, and it's not helping us. It's not helping our men. It's not helping our children. Our children are being taken out of the home. So I just encourage everybody. And one thing that encouraged me to come forward was mine was involving my child. To know that someone can just lie on you and do that to you. But when I was reading, statistics say 71% of mothers lose their children and no crime ever happened. Someone lied on them. 71% of women go through that. That's a big number. And so I want to say, it takes a village. It takes all of us to understand what we have to go through already as a woman and as a mother. But when an injustice is involved and comes into your life or something like that, it's very, very difficult. So I'm just thankful and blessed to be able to come from being a teen mom, surviving injustice at an early age, and not having to be years incarceration. I was able to actually get out and fight for myself. Some people don't get a chance to get out to fight for themselves, or they don't have people out here fighting for them. And most people, even if it's your friend, family, cousins, I've seen them just turn their back on their person. And not even be there and act like, hey, everything this person did to me means nothing now because someone said they did something that they didn't do. So I just wanted people to know they're not by themselves. And if I could do it and evolve, I was a high school dropout. I had my daughter I was pregnant with her when I was 15 years old. I, even through my injustice, I did have people that believed in me, and most of them was not my family. It was strangers that believed in me. And I was able to learn a lot. I was able to still work and have a good job. I was able to still stay off of state assistance. And I was even installed on how to be an entrepreneur by my owner of the McDonald's I worked at. He owned 22 stores. He took me like he was my work dad underneath his wing and taught me a lot. To be able to be in this position I am today as a serial entrepreneur. So sometimes we have to look at everything. We may not understand why we had to go through that journey. I had to learn that some things may not be for me to understand. He had something that he wanted me to do. I have a voice, and it's okay to use your voice. When someone's using their voice and telling you how they feel, don't just ignore that. Sometimes people just want to vent. Sometimes people need to hear themselves so they can know their next move and understand it. Just like reading our book. Before we turn the chapter in, we're going to read it out loud just to make sure it sounds good. It's the same thing with life. So that's what my chapter is about.
Iris, and Deborah, I'm coming to you. Keisha, I'm coming to you. I saw Monica in here. I'm coming, but I just want to say to you, Iris, thank you for having the audacity to be brave. Thank you for being brave. It takes bravery to tell that story and to tell your child's story. And for every mother that's on here and every mother that's listening and watching the replay, to know that your baby went through something and you couldn't do anything, and now you have two stories to tell. God gave you a double dose. He gave you two testimonies. But see, this is what we know about testimonies. This is how we overcome. So God gave you a ministry, Iris. Really, he gave you a ministry. He gave you a ministry to help people overcome. He gave you a ministry to give insight to women, to mothers who are going through. You may not have been able to protect her in that moment, but baby, what you're doing with the rest of your life is the best of your life. What you're doing with your right now is going to carry her into her future. And the moment that she had without you is nothing compared to the moment she has with you right now. And you are sharing in front of her, telling the story. Listen, it happened to us, but it's not our end. Honey, this thing is not our end. It is not the end. God has the final say. God is the one that comes in and changes the narrative. And you are helping people who are incarcerated right now change their narrative, even behind bars, because for you to be out here means that you had to be free in there. You had to be free in there to be free out here. You had to break the bars of the mental prison in there to be where you are right now. So I just just want to stop and applaud you. And for everyone watching, we're tipping our hats to her. We're raising our glasses to her. This is what the audacity to be empowered is all about. This is what it looks like. It ain't always cute. It ain't always cute. Oh, baby, but we're going to get free in here. We're going to get free. You're going to read this book and get free. You're going to read this book and
if it's cute, I almost don't believe it, okay? If your testimony cute, we don't want no cute testimonies, okay?
No,
Listen, I'm out. I'm sorry.
No. Don't let the makeup fool you. It's just makeup. It's just makeup. It just covers up some other stuff that's still in there. It's just makeup.
It's just covering up the tear streaks. It's covering up the tear streaks that we just cried from having to go through what it is we just went through. So don't let it mistake you.
Say it, Tab.
Say it.
Go. Go. I heard a voice. I heard a voice. Who did I hear? I heard a voice getting ready to chime in. Was that? I'm sorry. I wasn't sure. Was
it was.
Okay. I'll just listen, because if you have a word, I know we need it.
It was.
You know, it was not me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in because I was shouting on the back end. I would like to say first and foremost that if you ain't been through nothing and you haven't carried a cross, then you can't speak to nothing. Okay. One thing about this particular movement is that that's what it actually is. People talk about movement and you're thinking about right now, the audacity to be empowered right now. The thing about it is we had to start moving to even get to this spot. We had to keep applying the pressure when the pressure was applied to us. We didn't break. We might have been bent over, but nothing has been able to break us. So I applaud all of my sisters to be able to say, you know what? This walk is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not, the Bible said the race is not given to the swift and the strong, but to the one that can endure. And so therefore we are endurers. With that, we are conquerors. We are beautifully, wonderfully made in the image of God. And therefore we have stood on the promises when we didn't even know that the promises was coming, when it was so far out of reach. So I applaud all of you, myself included, that we have pressed on and we still had the audacity to be empowered.
Yes. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't easy. And today it still is hard. It's still hard today. But
correct,
every day is not sunshine. Just because we smiling and we over here all sparkling and looking good, don't get it twisted. It takes a lot to remain. To remain and to keep going, it takes a lot. So we are super excited that God is granting us the opportunity just to tell our story. It's just to tell a little it's not the whole story. Each one of us are just telling a little piece of when we was crawling and what they say, and can't get up and didn't want to get up. What you mean can't? I don't want to get up. Just leave me here and let me just lay here and just endure right here. But we couldn't, because it was kids sitting there looking at us. What we're gonna eat, what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do this, how we're gonna do that. It was somebody was relying on us to get up. So we said, let's get up and try it again. So we are super excited for Monica. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and about your chapter, please?
Absolutely. So I am Monica G. Who am I? I am all of you. I am a woman that, again, have come out of brokenness. Um, I don't look like what I've been through. But I am able to say when you said that this this book, this chapter is just a smidgen. It's almost like that mustard seed of faith of what we were able to share. Um, the name of my chapter is called Note to Self. Note to Self. And it's derived from things that I've learned over the years that I've given other people too much power over me. I have allowed what people thought about me to penetrate and make me feel different than what God had actually made me to be. If I knew then what I know now, I would stop apologizing for certain things of that God made me. God made me fierce and fabulous. I'm sorry that that offends you. I'm sorry that, my personality is bigger than the room that I'm in, but I'm not going to apologize for it anymore. That's a note to self. Another thing is, my voice is just as important as anybody else in the room. I want everybody to understand that no longer should you have to play small to make somebody else feel good or important. And that's a lot of times what we do in relationship. We build other people up, whether it's our sister friend, whether it's our spouses, whether it's our significant others, whether it's our supervisors. We are applauding people for doing a bum job, but yet and still, we won't speak up and say, hey, wait a minute, I would do something a little bit different. Or don't be ashamed of the power that you have. It's a note to self. These are constant reminders that I have to remind myself on a daily basis. I would say I used to have to remind myself on a daily basis that, Monica, it's okay to be selfish. For so long, you have given to so many people. You have given and you have emptied yourself out. But who is pouring into you? It's okay to say, today gonna be all about me. Or this moment is gonna be all about I'm not sharing me today with anyone. Because a lot of times we are given on E, on fumes, on nothing, right? And it's unfair. So the note to self at 50 years old, I wish I knew then what I knew at 30. Life would be a little bit different for me, but I'm glad that I got the life lesson. So what this is different things that has happened that everyone can actually use, not just a woman, not just a man, but a young woman, a growing teen, to understand that, hey, I am somebody, and I am not going to continue to take a label that somebody placed on me, whether it's a single mom, or whether she's fast, or whether she's not up to snuff. Stop believing what people say about you. If it's not positive, normally they have an ulterior motive. They see the good in you, they see the great in you, and they want to dim your light. So note to self, don't allow people to have that power over you any longer.
Note to self, you heard it.
That's good.
Note to self. And we can take those notes right now, because the note to the self is accepting. When you accept who you are and accept it and say, you know what, this is who I am and this is who God has created me, and I'm good with it. I'm sorry you're not good with it, but not sorry. But I'm going to accept who God made me. So this is what the Audacity to Be Empowered book is about. It's about letting people know that every day is a new day. And we're just trying to give you some nuggets that we took to get past it, to get this day shall come to pass. We want to give notes to everyone that every day is not a bad day, but every day is not a great day, but every day is not an okay day, but every day is a different day. And you have to take the nuggets and take some words and wisdom and encouragement and push it through and fight through and keep on going, even with your nervousness. We all nervous, but do it nervous. Do it nervous. Do it scared. Do it either way it go. Just do it. That's what Nike
This
said.
is your permission slip. Yes, this is your permission slip to just do it. That's it. This book, The Audacity to Be Empowered, the book itself is your permission slip to have the willingness to get prepared, for you to step into it. It's a collection. It is literally your step-by-step guide, because like Monica said, we are each and every one of you. We've gone through the struggle, whether it be financial, mental, emotional, with our families, whatever the case may be. We are a reflection of you, no matter how pretty we dress it up. The thing about it is, this is your chance. When it talks about the audacity, it's a willingness. Willingness is a posture. It's an action. You have to have the audacity, right? You got to have the willingness, right? Audacity is willingness to be empowered. Kelly broke down what empowerment is. Do you have the willingness to be healed? Because we can say get healed all you want to get healed, but do you have the willingness really to go through what it takes to go into the healing process, to tap into the little girl that was sexually molested, to tap into the little girl that was rejected, to tap into the one that did not have friends growing up, to tap into the one that grew up in poverty, right? Like, do you have the willingness? Because we can tell you all we want, but if you don't have the willingness for yourself to step into the empowerment, to step into your next level of glory, to step into being sparkly, to step into who God created you to be, it's never going to work. It will only be words on a page. But if you want to activate, if you want to bring alive, if you really want your breakthrough, then this is where it starts. It starts right here. And so you got to, like Sparkle said, push through the fear, right? Push through the depression. Push through the anxiety. And I'm not saying this as a person who just want to sound good. I'm saying it as a person who has had to push through overwhelming anxiety and deafening, darkening depression and extreme grief, right? Like, this is somebody who had to function as an alcoholic and a nurse at the same time, figuring out who I am, right? Like, you have to have the willingness to be audacious.
Yes.
And if you know what empowerment is, it's the process. And if you don't have the willingness to go through the process, you're never going to break free. So get your book, grab your copy, tap in with the ladies. It's deeper than a copy of a book. It's a movement. You need mentorship. You need coaching. You need guidance. You need the atmosphere. You got to set the atmosphere of breakthrough. You have to set the atmosphere of wealth. You have to set the atmosphere. And if you don't get into the rooms where that is happening, it's going to be quite difficult to reach it. So get into the proximity of what it is that you want to be. Get into the proximity of who it is you want to become. Get into the proximity of who's doing what it is that you are doing. Don't be afraid. Don't shrink. We're not better than you. We come from where you come from. Like, listen, like, we are here to truly uplift, truly empower, and truly inspire you to be exactly who God has called and created you to be. All right, I'm done, y'all. I'm done.
And lastly, go ahead, Mom. Go ahead, G.
I was just going to piggyback on something that Tab said in regard to you need mentorship. And one of the things that I found that happened at the gala for those who were able to come out that particular weekend, there was a sisterhood that was connected. This was something that God ordained. And I almost feel guilty that other people were not there to feel that kinship. Tab is my sister. I know for sure that her, Kelly, Sparkle, Angela, Tiangela, Tina. I feel like DMX. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was a little about 3 Kims. I'm sorry. I just had to say that part. If you know where I'm going with this, Monica. But anyway, I was just saying with that, there was a sisterhood connection.
Yes.
When you know other people want you to win, they
Yes.
are there to stand with you in the gap.
Yeah.
They are there to wipe a tear and shed a tear.
Yep.
I love the fact that nobody said stop crying. You understand what I mean? You know, sometimes you can be overwhelmed with whatever. And I love the fact when people allow you to release.
Yes.
There are strength in tears. There's nothing sorrowful about it. When you have gone through a depression, when you have gone through some darkest times, when you are in the midst of that darkest time, and you have somebody that's standing with you saying, girl,
come on,
you in a dark time, then I'm in a dark time too. Exactly. Absolutely. And guess what? I got a little flashlight, a little flick of a candle. Mine may not be bright enough for both of us, but it's going to be bright enough for me to pull you out of this. So, baby, when I tell you there was something that happened organically in a sisterhood for this women empowerment, we ain't talking it. We just ain't writing about it. We are living it. We are breathing it. Sometimes you don't need a mentor. You just need to know that somebody care about what you going through and can say, baby girl, I'm right there with you. I done been through it. Matter of fact, I'm going through it too. The transparency, like I said, was none other. And that truly is how I know this is just not for now. This is not for a moment. This is for eternity. We are connected with this. And I want everybody else. And it wasn't just women that were just connected. The men that were there were connected too. They could see what is actually going on. And so if you know how bad we were created, when I said bad, we were created. When God had to make Adam sleep because he didn't want Adam to be jealous of what he was putting in a woman, his helpmate, because he would have said, oh, you put nourishment in her and you put this in her. And she's stronger than me. Hold up. He had to put him to sleep to make sure that when he pulled that rib out, let me sculpt her in a way that he would never understand. When that woman is strong enough and is able to have people being able to push her into greatness, she is able to catapult her whole family, everything that she has birthed, and catapult into greatness. Her husband, her marriage, her children, her career, every business. It, baby, it's amazing. Go ahead, Daddy.
So I was just gonna piggyback on really quick on what Tab said, ladies, and I'm talking to the ladies in this book, especially for anyone that's a first-time author. Draw your line in the sand, put your stake, like your chapter, that's your stake. Don't back down from it, right? Because everybody's not gonna be excited and happy about what you have to say. I'm putting everybody on notice right now. Everybody's not gonna
come on, baby.
Listen, you're gonna have some people buy your book that just want to be nosy, see what you gotta say because they know where you came from, right?
Yes.
You got, and we gonna take those sales too. We take them all. We take them all. You take empower, take them all, right?
Matter of fact, back two, share it with your friends.
What you wrote. Don't back down from it, right? That you drawn your line in the sand. What Elias call it, your divine line in the sand. I put my stake, that's my flag. I'm standing on this and don't back down from it. Let this be your marching orders moving forward. I just want to throw that out there because that's going to happen. And I'm not speaking anything negatively about anything moving forward, but you can, like Tab said, you got to have a posture right? If it were easy, everybody would be doing it, because guess who else hears? The adversary hears, and he's going to move on the hearts of the people that would hinder you. But God is greater than it all, right?
At all.
But we got to have that posture, right? That this is my stake. This is my line in the sand. This is my stake. I have my marching orders, and I'm putting everyone on notice. That's it. That's all.
I have my marching orders. My marching orders. Then that part right there, that is enough to say, you know what? I wasn't ever on a basketball team, but I'm shooting every three pointer. I'm shooting.
They better know it like Steph Curry, like Steph Curry.
Better believe it.
Don't play.
Yes. And especially when you have sisters right there with you, if it don't go in, they're going to just hit it and make sure it goes
Rebound, baby. We got you.
They're going to make sure, they're going to just tip it and make sure that it goes in. But y'all, hold on, wait a minute. The one and only just walked in. Our visionary, our bad boss just walked in. Our visionary. The reason why the book is here is because the one and only, can't nobody duplicate her, can't nobody be like her, can't nobody try. They have tried, but they will never succeed, because when God made this sister, when God made her, he said, ain't no other one like her. So we have the A-Love in the house. So we give good thank you, congratulations, thank you for always pushing us to the finish line.
Listen, when I say that, I've been behind the scenes trying to work and make sure we get things together, because we had a little mishap. Y'all know how technology is. So I had a little something going on, so I'm behind the scenes, but I was listening in, and when I tell you, I'm so proud of y'all. Like, y'all just came in, this thing, honey, was just putting it down, giving the information. Tab and came in, honey, and did a whole CNN network type of drop about what's going on with Audacity. Monica then came in and did the hype. Kelly came in and talked more than I think I've ever heard her talk ever online about anything. Listen, Sparkle was holding it down. Everybody took one. I'm so glad to see y'all. Thank you, everybody who came and introduced themselves. When I say I am so excited, I am so proud, I am so grateful to have each one of you to be a part of this project, because at the end of the day, I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you're going through. God has created us to be fearfully and wonderfully made. And because we have the audacity to be empowered. We have the audacity because we're God's daughters. We have the audacity because my daddy said I can go out here and be and do whatever it is I want to be and do. And so because of that, we were able to put something together with 25 other ladies to have a book that really speaks to our strength, speaks to our resiliency, speaks to our ability to go out here and be great. I know that each one of these ladies has something amazing as far as what they do, who they are, how they show up in
Okay, I think we had a small technical difficulties, but let's keep it going.
Right, but I think she was coughing it, Tawana.
Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? I thank God that I was able to jump on real quick. For everybody that's watching, I'm Twanda, and I had the audacity to be empowered, and I thank God that I had the audacity to do it with these ladies. I met some wonderful ladies, amazing ladies who has the strength, the resilience, the brilliance to bring this all together. Angela, thank you for allowing me to be a part of the project. being a part of the project actually sparked something in me, to be a part of this project. It sparked me to put the pen to the paper and tell my story and to be transparent about it. A lot of people don't know about my story or what I'm actually going through or what I have been through, because I came out the other day and I was speaking about how you never know what is going on in a person's life behind closed doors. You don't know if they're in a state of depression. You don't know if they're homeless. You don't know if they're at the brink of getting ready to take their own lives, because we, especially in our culture, come with the smile on our face, but we are broken and hurt on the inside. We mask up a lot of things. We put band-aids on a lot of things, especially women. We take on, and there's so much that we carry, so many hats that we wear, and we do it every single day, whether it's with our families, whether it's on our jobs, whether it's in ministry. We just continue to keep on and keep on pressing on. And we do it and we come out on victory side every time. So this book is about some women who have overcome all odds and all obstacles that were supposed to break them, that was supposed to shake them, that was supposed to move them out of places where God wanted them to be at. But because they had the resilience and they put the pen to the paper, they came out on victory side. And I just thank God for being on victory side, even in my story. And I'm sure they have so much more that they could tell and to share. And whoever gets this book, whether it be a man, whether it be a female, whether it be a teen, I'm sure that they will get something out of this book, and that they will learn that they too can overcome all obstacles and beat all odds. They too can be empowered.
Yes, beating all odds, beating all the odds, like beating them up. You remember when people say, "I'm gonna beat you up, I'm gonna beat you up." We beating all odds up. Like, we come if you want. We are knocking you down because odds. Because the thing is, we have played with the odds long enough. We have played around and went back and forth with odds most of our life. And now we have decided, you know what? I'm not playing with you no more. I'm not even going to talk back with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to fuss with you. I'm just going to do it. Just do it. So, Keisha, I see you are, your camera's not on, but I see you are in the house. Can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and about your chapter, please?
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I want to just thank all of you for just letting me be a part of this project. I would have never thought that I'd be a part of something so big. So I want to thank every one of you. My name is Keisha. I'm known as Chinks. My chapter is really based on my last year. Last year was like the worst. I would say the worst year of my life, but it really, really pressed me to be who I am today. And I needed that year. I lost a lot of things last year. I lost a lot of people last year. People who I thought, would never turn on me last year, but I realized that those weren't my people. So I really am thankful. Like, in this moment, like, I go back and look at my journal that I wrote last year, and I kind of got teary-eyed and emotional because I didn't even think I can overcome or come out of that situation, like those situations. And I'm piggyback off of something one of you ladies said, that
sometimes we are so giving to others that we forget about ourselves. And as time goes
Come on,
on,
baby.
like we just move with time. We move with time, and we accept things that we think are normal, and we accept behaviors that we think are normal, and like they're really, they're deteriorating. So my biggest inspiration was my children. I remember last year I was going through this big breakdown, and my son, he's a smart child. Like he's smart, but his message, it was like it was from God. Like it wasn't. I knew it was him, but it just sounded different. And I remember crying on the bed, and I would just try not to cry in front of my kids, but he was like, "Mama, you got to save yourself." And I know that was something for him, his age, like he don't understand that. To me, he was like, he don't understand it. So I knew that was God. And the person who I thought would, be there the whole time, or the person who was closest to me, really just watched me go through all of that by myself. And that's the worst feeling in the world, to be in a situation with somebody or to give your years to somebody. And when you are going through and you can't figure it out on your own, you expect for them to be there. And, God got a way of showing people. Like, so that's why I said last year was my breakthrough year. So that's what my chapter is about. Just breaking through. And then if you know me, I'm always that person who's laughing, or a lot of people would never thought I went through that. So it's going to be a surprise to some people what I went through. Because I would go to work, I would offer advice to people, but I didn't have no advice for myself. I really didn't even know what to say to myself or how to get myself out of that situation. I just remember praying and asking God, like, just to get me out of the situation. And it took a whole year to do it, but I'm out of it. And then when you're used to going through that kind of stuff, and real love and genuine people come, when you're used to people always, betraying you, you can self-sabotage good relationships. So I'm still learning, and I'm having to learn that, it's good people. It's still good people in this world, and God will send you your people. You just have to ask for discernment. So I'm learning to accept the love that I deserve. I'm learning to accept the people who God sent me, and just to go with the flow. And like you said, a lot of people gonna be mad about this book, but it is what it is, and I'm speaking my truth. And so I'm just happy to be in this moment. I appreciate this moment, and I'm just going with what God has going for me. Yes.
That's right. Got a suspense color coming off there on her chapter. She said it's gonna be people that's gonna be surprised, baby. They're gonna be surprised.
It's gonna be some big mad people, but they'll be all right. What she said, they're gonna be big mad. Big mad.
And how many times? Most definitely, because how many times have you been big mad and somebody has done you wrong? Nobody cared. Ain't nobody asked how you was, how you was doing. They already know.
I've already had somebody tell me my name better not be in that book. No, like, your name ain't in the book, but it better not be nothing about me.
Mm-hmm. You just say your first and last, and the last of your whole.
It's not your name,
first,
but
last, and your last.
You know how on the movies it'd be like, this is based on real life events.
Right. This is a movie, y'all. This is a movie. Coming to a theater near you.
I don't know. Exactly. I don't know if y'all remember, back in the olden days, my grandma would say, yeah, hit dog will holler.
Right. And they sure will. Every time. Holler real loud. Now, look, can I just ask you questions real quick? Because I know that we are in a place of healing, and we are in a place of breakthrough, and we are in a place of understanding what vision God has for us. But can we just talk to the ladies perhaps who may not be there just yet, who may
Yes.
need that? What would you say to the woman who feels alone right now in her journey? What would you say to the woman who feels like she is not enough right now, right? To be who it is that God called her to be and to fulfill the vision that God has given to her. What do you say to her?
That's for me.
Anybody?
Yeah,
That question for me.
I would say keep pushing. Keisha, are you?
I would tell her sometimes you have to get uncomfortable. Like I had to get uncomfortable. Like I always would want to blame everybody else for the situation I was in or something like that. But last year I just had to sit down with myself and put the blame on myself because I'm me. Like I'm my own person. So if I allow you to treat me this way, it's on me. Like I'm the only one who can control how you treat me. I'm the only one who can control how you talk to me, how you handle me. So I had to sit down with myself and just it got real dark. Sometimes I didn't even want to accept the fact that I was, addressing it, just writing in my journal. But it was on me, like, because that I'm me. So anything that I allow somebody to do to me, to say to me, how you handle me, how you disrespect me or attempt to disrespect me now. Now, last year, you might could have did it. The year before that, you might could have did it. But this year, you can't even play with me like that. So, yeah, that girl, she just got to sit with herself and she got to own it. And then realize like who you are. Like you are, girl, you are you. Like there's nobody else like you. You're unique. That next girl, she might got a better shape, better body, whatever, but she ain't got your mind. She ain't got your, integrity. So you just have to do you. Because God got you got your own gift from God. Everybody got their own gift from God. What God gave you, He ain't give nobody else. So just do you. Find out what your issues are within yourself so that you can address it, and then you'll know how to handle everything else that comes towards you.
That's so good. That personal inventory is so important. And there's so many revelations that you get about yourself. You become so much more aware of yourself when you do that personal inventory. That was good. Anybody else?
Oh, one more thing. Just one more. And when you do that, like when you finally realize who you are and you start walking like you are that person, you're gonna have some people who are not gonna like it because they're so used to that yes girl or that that weak girl. They know how to handle you at your weakest point. They know how to deal with you when you're weak. But now that you're strong and you handling your own, they don't know how to handle you. Oh, you acting different. You done changed up on me. You done switched up on me. You think you better than me, or you think you all that. You gonna hear all of that.
Yes. All that.
You have to stay strong minded because there's some people who will really, try to take you back to that place, take you back to that depression, and you just got to stay strong minded because they're still at that weak point. They ain't healed on their own, so they're not where they want to be. So of
And
course they
some
want you to
people
be back at the
benefit
bottom
from
with them.
the
They see
unhealed
you
version of yourself.
elevating and you're not taking them
Yes.
with you, so it's
Yes.
gonna bother them.
That's
They're gonna
good.
be very uncomfortable about it.
That's real good.
Yes. And I know everyone does. You love when somebody say, "You different now." Thank you. You noticing it when they say you act different. You move different. You don't even like why you don't come around
I
no more.
can't
Why you
I can't
don't
hear you.
like when they start questioning that kind of stuff, you know that you're taking a good step. When people are saying, why don't you want to be a part no more? Why don't you hang out with us? Why don't you show up? Why don't you gossip with us? Why you not going to cuss him out with us? When you start not showing up in certain places, that's when you can start applauding yourself. It's important to applaud yourself in the process. While you're going, keep on clap your hands. I don't care how big it was. If you took a tiny step, You say, girl, you did that. You did a great job, and I'm so proud of you. So
Here.
embrace yourself with the small beginnings. We always think we have to do it grand, or I'm not going to start my business until I have all this money, and then I have the merchandise looks so good and everything is so pretty and girl, you'll be waiting forever until you wait until the perfect time. It's never a perfect time, but it is a great time when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, when you are just tired. So I'm talking to the girl that's just sick and tired of being tired. She's exhausted. She's tired. She's tired. It is time for you to do a switch. It is time for you to say, turnaround season, here I come, and I'm coming crying, I'm coming nervous, I'm coming scared, I'm coming not knowing, I'm just coming, I'm just coming, I'm just coming. Just come. Because when you come, God say, oh, baby, here we go. God loves when you say, I'm just gonna believe it. I'm just gonna step out. I'm just gonna step out. And I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm just trusting in the Lord with my whole heart. And this time, I'm not gonna lean to any of my understanding, because none of it's gonna make no sense. I'm telling you, still, each one of us, nothing makes no sense. It does not make sense. That's why when it doesn't make sense, that's how you know it's God. Because if it made sense, that would be you. That would not be God. That would be you. So if it's not making any sense, move. That means keep on going. Keep on going. Because it is time to just move, even when you don't want to move. And every day is not, you're not going to feel like doing it. Some days, most days, you don't want to do it, but you got to do it anyways. Do it even when you don't want to. Do it anyways. However, what we say, however you bless me, God, I will take it. I would take it. I would take it. So that was a great question, Tab, a great pull out, that because everybody needs somebody. And if anything that we have said on here and you just want to talk more, or you want to hear more, or you want encouragement, or you just want to push, or you just want somebody to just listen, then each one of our names are on this Facebook, and you can message us and we will help you along the way, because that's what we're here to do, is to help others come along. So it is, y'all, any more questions, anything else that we need to pull out? Because the time is almost here. The time is almost here. We are super excited about I Have the Audacity to Be Empowered. The book is hitting tonight. It is coming tonight. So go ahead. When you start seeing the link come, don't waste any time. Don't think about it. Don't hesitate. Just go ahead and hit the link, because we are determined to hit bestseller. But we need your help. We need your help. So we're asking you to just click the link and make it happen. Just do it for us. Sow a seed into us. Sow a seed into. Let me tell you.
It's such good ground, though. It's not just sowing a seed into us, man. Listen, the ground that you're sowing in is not just for us, because the book is our seed that we put into the ground. So the book that you read is you invested in your own seed. If you want to harvest what it is that you're truly after. I know at the top of the year, we all said, this is our year. This was our year. This was our Jordan year. But this is your seed. This is your time to sow into what it is that you want to harvest. This is your time to sow into what it is that you want to see. Sow into what you want to see. That's what I would tell you. Sow into what it is that you want to see.
Yes. Yes. And just keep, like, Tab, if you can tell them about how helping somebody, helping us, what it does in return for them.
The word says it's a blessing to be it's a blessing to be a blessing, right? And everyone always thinks that a blessing means something in a tangible form, something that you can physically pull up in or unlock, right? But when we think about what a blessing could be somebody that is listening to you to walk you back off the ledge of suicidal thoughts, right? The blessing is being able to tell your testimony in such a way that it moves and propels the next one into the level of glory where they are supposed to be, right? So when you help somebody else, it's not just us wanting to be fancy or wanting to be cute. We genuinely want to see women in the kingdom operating in the fullness of who they are, operating not as the angry Black woman, not as the resentful woman, not as the bitter woman, but as the full woman, as the woman that is complete in who she is. That's what it means when you are able to send the elevator back down. What we're doing right now is sending the elevator back down to the next one to pull her back up. That is what this book is. Okay, so we really need to lock arms, support one another. As you support us, we support you. As you lean in, we lean in, right? Iron sharpens iron. So this is your opportunity to be sharpened. This is your opportunity to be enlightened. This is your opportunity to go to the next level and ultimately be empowered.
Yes. And it is such a blessing, Regina. If you can just tell them about sowing seeds, sowing the seed, like getting excited about just clicking the link to be a part of this movement, this audacity, the audacity.
Yes, honey. Let's
the
drop
word
this
by
seed.
itself says so much.
Let's drop this seed. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm excited. I'm sitting in this restaurant, but I'm not going to miss what God has for me. I don't care if I'm sitting on the edge of the curb. I'm going to get what God has for me. Do y'all hear me? I've been pacing this for. Let me tell you something about sowing the seed, baby. I didn't put a lot of seed in the ground. I didn't put a lot of seed and sacrifice into the ground. And I'm telling you right now, you sow this seed into this book, I can guarantee you, okay? I can guarantee you that your life is never going to be the same. When I said it was a blueprint, I meant it was a blueprint. Think about all these women, every obstacle, every pain, everything that they could possibly go through in a book from the beginning to the end. One of you guys could pull something out of there and you can relate and apply it to your life. It's a blueprint. We poured our life and soul into this book. So that means that is our seed. Like Tab said, we deposited it into this book and we prayed and we prayed and we prayed over it. So it's already ready. Okay. So when the time you even touch the book, no matter the time that your eyes see the lines of the words on the book, your eyes are blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, somebody.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Your eyes are blessed. Soon as you look at it, you're blessed. Soon as you read the title,
you know what
you're
happened with
blessed.
them eyes when the eyes see it? Woo!
That's it. So, hey, hit the button that for even for $1.99. You mean to tell me you can't even sow a seed of $1.99 into your life? Then you know what, baby, you in a bad place. You really need to get this book. You really need to get this book. We're not just out here trying to pimp and sell something. No, we're trying to give you our life, our sacrifices, so we could be blessed, because you know what? God used us. Our greatness came out of pain. The greater the affliction, the greater the gift. So when you open up that book, you got a gift. You're going to be blessed. Do you hear what I'm saying? I didn't go what I went through to just be writing. Now, my page has been written for 15 years, sitting in a briefcase, because I was not ready to release my truth. Oh, it was written down because it was therapy. And it was time for me to share it with you so you can know, what, this face that looks kind of, dressed up sometimes I'm chilling. But let me tell you something. If you could open up that book and see the real truth, you wouldn't even believe that I'm even having breath in my body to even speak to you. So hit that button for $1.99. It is going to be the best investment that you're ever going to have. Everlasting. Everlasting.
Yes.
Glory to God.
Y'all heard it. You heard it. You heard it. I'm telling you. Go ahead and share the link out. I am a woman empowered. If you don't not connected to I Am a Woman Empowered, this is how we show up and show out all the time in I Am a Woman Empowered, because we are about helping one another. We are about helping sisters. But this is not just for women. This is for men as well. So don't think, oh, I'm not a woman, so I can't get a copy. I can't go to Woman Empowered. Yes, you can. Just go ahead and click the link as well and get to I Am a Woman Empowered, because that's where the link is going to hit first. I Am a Woman Empowered it will be in on that page first. So if you want to get first bibs, I need you to go ahead and subscribe to I Am a Woman Empowered, so that you will have access. So keep coming back all night long. I mean, and the thing is, you can buy it as many times as you need. Go ahead and get 10. And I put 10 on it. 10%, 10. Go ahead and put that 10 on it. 10 comes with 100%. Go ahead and get as many as possible and start passing it out to everyone, because we need this to hit everywhere, and everybody deserves to have the audacity to be empowered. Everybody deserves to have hope. Everybody deserves to believe that it's possible. Everyone. It's not anyone in this world that does not deserve it. Do we have any last words before we wrap it up, before we get everything together to go onto Amazon and make it happen? Any last words?
It's time. It's time. It's time. The time is now. It's time. It's time. It is time. That's all I'm gonna say. It's time.
It is time. Yes. Tab, it's ironic that Regina said that her chapter had been sitting in a briefcase for so long. And you know how many times that we all have been sitting on something. It's been sitting there, but we was not ready at that particular time. So we kept on just letting it sit there and sit there. But while you was letting it sit there, God was doing something. He was doing a number. So the woman or man that's still just sitting there, believe me, God is still doing some things behind closed doors. He is working on you right now. So I'm telling you, it is important that you get the book. And we are just believing that greatness and greatness, testimonies after testimonies are coming. City after city, we want to hit every city that's possible, because that is how serious we are about helping people and helping people receive what they need in order to go, in order to go, in order to move and go. Just go. So go ahead, like I said, go ahead and click, make sure you on I Am a Woman Empowered. And as soon as in the next 30 to 45 minutes, the link is going to come out, and then it's time to just share it with everybody. Go ahead and start sending text messages. You know how we do them group text messages. I think you can do up to 10 at one time. Do 10 at one time, because I'm like, my grandmama's not on Facebook, but she gonna get a link. You don't have to be on Facebook to get a link. I don't care where you at. I'm still gonna get a link. My boss better hope I don't send her a link. She gonna be like, why is Tanika sending me something this late at night? Girl, just go hit it. Just hit the link. Just hit the link. And lastly, what we can't do is you know how we're like, oh, I'm not gonna send it to her because she ain't gonna do it. She probably ain't gonna do it. That means you need to send it to her, because the people that you think won't do it are the ones that's going to do it. So send them the link as well. Send everybody the link. Tab, do you have any last words for him? Keisha, do you have any last words before we leave for the night?
I just wanted to say, just support the movement. Like this is big. Like I really didn't think that it would be this big. I have people come up to me at work talking about the book. They want to know when the book's coming out. When do I have any copies? Like they really into this book. So, and I'm excited about this book, and I'm ready for whatever come with the book. I know it's gonna be some stuff, but I'm ready for whatever come with the book.
Keisha's gonna be some great things. Why?
It's really.
It's gonna be some
great things.
humongous, mind-blowing things.
Right.
And get ready, because people gonna be like, okay, I need to know more, Keisha. I need to know more. Come on, sit down. Like, I didn't know. Really, girl? Really?
Right.
Like, you get ready to shock some people. They're gonna be like, I had no idea. So go ahead, Tab. Come on, give us some last words to the people so that they know it is time. Like you said, it is time. But tell them why it's time.
It's time because you've been looking for your next. You've been looking for your next opportunity. You've been looking for your next breakthrough. You've been looking for your next paycheck. You've been looking for the next good thing.
Right.
Your next is right now.
Yes.
Your next is happening right now. The time for you to take back control, the time for you to take back the power, the time for you to accept yourself wholly and fully, completely as you were created to be. The time is right now. If you are ready for your next, if you've been saying you want your next, it's happening right now when that link drop. It's happening right now when we hit Amazon. It's happening right now when you get that copy in your hand. Like Regina said, the moment you open it up, your eyes will be blessed. Your ears will be blessed. Your mind will be blessed. If you are ready for your right now blessing, it's time for you to get this book.
Girl, she said, if you ready for the next. And I just been saying next. So thank you for the confirmation. Thank you for the confirmation for the next. And the next has arrived. So again, we're going to tell you, go to I Am a Woman Empowered so that you can be the first to see the link. And Facebook might send us a message and say, why so many links coming out? Because we are getting ready to blast this place out with the link everywhere. And we're just asking for you to click the link. It's only $2, but you don't have to do just one. You can do as many as you want. Don't just do one. Just do, put a 20 on.
Look, sis, you don't want to be the only sister in power. Grab one for your mama, your auntie, your cousin. Create a family book club. We breaking generational curses. Grab the generation, grab your books, sit down, get empowered. This is serious now. Yes. Come on, get your breakthrough.
Yes. So as soon as you see the link, I know you like, if that girl say link again, no, link, hit the link when you see it so you can get your copy and you can get everyone that you know a copy so that we all can push this thing through to the next greatest thing that ever happened. We are so thankful that you took out time on a Thursday night to be with us so that we could tell you just a little glimpse of what to expect, what's next, and how to get your next. This is how you get your next. Click the link so that you can get your next. It's been a great day, a great night, and we thank you in advance. We thank you in advance for believing in us, trusting us, and taking the leap of faith with us. So we thank you. Have a blessed night. Enjoy.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.